All right, what's going on, everyone? Chris the Chef Sports Cards here. We are doing 2024 Topps Pro Debut, break number 19. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Especially if you're new to the channel, welcome. Chris, what's up? Lenny, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Apologize for the late start. We were having some technical difficulties there for a minute. I wanted to make sure we were okay. All right. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Especially if you're new to the channel, welcome. A little bit about us. We've been around for over 7 years now. We break mostly baseball. We ship all cards from every break. We're very generous with the top loading, and we ship as quickly as our little hands will move. If you are new to the channel, do us a favor and hit the old subscribe button there. eBay continues to run their sweepstakes. No purchase necessary there. Go to any of our eBay listings. Look in the description. You'll see a link. Follow that and do what it says, and you can win some free cards. And then, of course, chefsportscards.com, our website. So we got a couple of pick your team breaks over there. Topps Chrome Update Mega and Topps Holiday, both with 6 teams left, and I dropped the prices on all the teams down to the bare minimum, trying to get those sold out. So if you head on over there and grab a spot, we would love to break those too. Still a few good teams left over there, and some of the lesser teams I dropped all the way down to like $9 a piece or whatever, just to get it full up. Let's see. Here is that's a link to our website right there. If anybody wants to check it out, take you right to the breaks. So go check out chefsportscards.com. All right, let's go over the teams. Excuse me. D-backs, Thomas M, Braves, and Orioles, Jose C. Red Sox, Stephen M, Cubs, Chris L, White Sox, Jose C, Reds, Stephen M, Guardians, Rockies, Jose C, Tigers, Graham P, Royals, Jose C, Astros, Michael T, Angels and Dodgers, Jose C, Brewers, Brian B, Twins, Jeremy J, Marlins, Jose C, Mets, Fran G, Yankees, Andy R, Phillies, Fran G, Pirates, Lenny T, Cardinals, Jose C, Padres, Justin O, Giants, Jose C, Mariners, Doug P, Rays, Thomas M, Rangers, Fran G, and Blue Jays and Nationals, Jose C. Oh my God, what is with me today? Keep hitting my, it's twice. I've hit the camera already. All right, let's fix it. Let's make it look good. And let's try to tighten it up a little bit so I stop doing that. All right, let's open some cards. Good luck, everybody. College football is getting pretty interesting. I admittedly have, until the past few years, had never been the biggest watcher of college football. Not that I didn't enjoy it, just didn't have the time to pay attention to it, really. And ever since my son started going to Tennessee, it's made me pay more attention to college football. And, I think this 12 playoff thing is great, but I think it's getting just as confusing as it was before. Like with who should be in the playoffs and who shouldn't. It's so weird. But it's fun, that's for sure. All right, we're starting out. Hey, guess what? A Met hit out of pro debut. Who would have thought? AJ Ewing, 24 of 50 on the gold mini diamond. For Fran. It seems like whoever has the Mets is guaranteed hits. A lot of Mets hits in pro debut. That's for sure. Brandon Maya. Mascara on the X-Fractor. Mosquera. Diego Mosquera. Roman Anthony Heroes. Jack Mahoney Chrome. Cooper Engel Chrome. Parker Messick for the Guardians. For Jose. Oh, hanging in, Chris. How you been, buddy? What's new and exciting in your life? Anything? Tommy Hawk. My kid came home from school. He just got home like an hour ago. And of course, he went out. Saw him for about 15 minutes. He was like, all right, I'm out. I'm like, well, where are you going? Oh, everyone's back there. I'm like, okay. See you later. Kevin Parada, Chrome. But it's always good to have the kid home. Saltabon for the Phillies. For Fran? Yeah, I'm hoping. We'll see. When he's only home for a short time, like he is now, then sometimes it's hard to get him to do work. But yeah, I'm hoping I'll grab him tomorrow or Monday and make him sort a few. Make life a little bit easier this week. Oh, I did want to bring up again. I keep meaning to talk about it. Please do remember we're in the holiday season again, which always slows down the U.S. Postal Service. Jesus Baez a little bit. Plus, we got the holiday this week, so the post office will be closed Thursday. So please be patient. Maybe an extra day or so to get your cards more than usual. You know, we ship as quickly as we can, but this time of year is always a bit of a crapshoot with the United States Postal Service, or any of them for that matter. Yeah, I actually said to him when I was like, "Are you gonna work for me over Christmas?" He's like, "Oh yeah." I kind of said that as to be like, "Well, you gonna help me this week?" Dylan Cruz and Adrian Santana to 150 for the Rays on the blue chrome. Who's got the Rays? Thomas M. I'm gonna have to put my peg back up. I have this like peg that I hang my clipboard from, and it's like right next to me. So when I'm looking for people's names, and it pulled out, and so I have the list like on the floor next to me. So I have to search for names. And every night when I come up here, it's been like 2 weeks now. I'm like, oh, when am I gonna fix this stupid peg? I keep forgetting to do it. Carlson Reed Chrome for the Pirates. David McCabe Chrome and 107 of 150. Well, that was weird. Teamer Johnson for the Pirates. For Lenny. Not the one he's looking for, though. Come on, Paul Skeens. Give us one tonight. Adam Mazer for the Padres. Trying to get the hands working. And also for the Padres, Robbie Snelling, base auto. For Justin. There you go, buddy. Mascara again. I'm telling you, man, Mets galore in this stuff. It's crazy. Langford Heroes. Luke Keechel for the Twinnies. Saturday night, Chris, anything special going on at the casino? Having like a Def Leppard tribute band or anything like that? Spencer Jones Chrome. Skid Row, like the real Skid Row, like Sebastian Bach. Nice. Oh, Skid Row. What's their Maui Ahuna Chrome? Sebastian Bach. What was their slow song that was so? I mean, they had a bunch of songs that were actually popular, but I'm trying to think of that one song that was. What was the name of that? There's a Blake Mitchell for Kansas City to 150. You must get all the old like 80s redneck metalheads out for Skid Row. It's got to be quite a crew that comes in to see them. Robbie Snelling again. Jackson Holiday Heroes. Orange, you glad I opened this pack? All right, first up, Parker Messick to 25, 16 of 25 for the Guardians. And for Texas, numbered 10 of 99, Sebastian Walcott. Texas is Fran. Oh, now it's driving me crazy. I'm trying to think of Skid Row songs. I can't. And Jose on the Parker Messick. Number 2 of 50, Griff McGarry for the Phils. For Fran. David McCabe, X Factor for the Bravos. Yeah, you certainly did, man. Roman Anthony, and we're still early. We're only in the second box. Alberto Rios for the Angels. Torero extract or Chrome. Mike Bovey for the Timber Rattlers, aka the Brew Crew. Brian, you go, buddy. Homer Bush. Colin Houck. Adrian Santana. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I got to stop for 1 second. All I keep thinking about is stupid Skid Row songs. I got to figure out the name of that song. I thought maybe one of you guys would know it. What was their big? I remember you. That was it. And 18 in life. 18 in life, you got it. 18 in life, you know. I remember you. That was the big one. That was the big glam rock. Like all the metal bands back then always had their slow song. You know what I mean? They're like anthem ballad. You couldn't be a metal band without one. You know, Poison had like every rose has its thorn. I remember you. Yeah. Whoa, yeah. See, I remember. Here's the Sebastian Walcott again. Very nice for Texas. He had a voice, man. Sebastian Bach could sing. Like he was, you know, some of those guys they just kind of yelled and screamed and stuff. But he had a voice. There's no doubt about that. Youth Gone Wild, was that another? No. I remember you in 18 in Life. I remember really very clearly. Those are a couple that I really remember. Some of those metal guys back in the day could sing. Like, or, I mean, even like Journey. I mean, not that they were necessarily metal, they were just a rock band. Noble Meyer, but like Steve Perry could sing. There was no doubt about that. And then they all got pushed out by Seattle. I always felt like there was a Seattle equivalent of like every band. Like the Seattle equivalent of Skid Row was Stone Temple Pilots. Like it's just like every band had a grunge equivalent that came along and knocked them off. Johnny Farmello for Seattle. Oh, guess what? A Met hit. Ryan Clifford. 74 of 99. Oh, really? What time do they normally run? Do they have like an opening act, or is it just them? They just play themselves? I remember you. Don't get me wrong, like being a rock star is one of the most amazing things, if not maybe the most amazing thing that could ever happen. Even I think being a rock star is even better than being a sports star. Like, but it's got to be a bit of a come down, like to go from playing stadiums at one point in your life to, you know, playing 500 seat rooms or whatever. Like, just them. And what's it like? Usually a couple hours. What do they do? Like 8 to 10 or something like that? Yeah. Do you ever get to meet any of the guys like who come and play and stuff? Like, do you ever get to talk to them or say hi? Or Arjan Numala for Toronto, 77 of 175. Like, if you went in earlier, could you go in and say hi to Sebastian Bach, or would they just like shoo you away? Like, go away, you're not important enough to meet Sebastian Bach. Anthony Peguero for the Marlins, 1 of 75. Marlins is Jose. Brendan Baria for the Blue Jays. What do you mean? You wonder who loaded these boxes? What are you talking about? Cutter Coffee for the Red Sox. For Stephen M. I don't get the reference. Are you accusing me of loading boxes, or are you accusing Tops of being Mets fans, or what? I'd like to get an idea of your gripe. Probably a Mets fan. Well, if that's true, then all of Pro Debut has been infiltrated by a Mets fan, because there are a lot of Mets hits. Jose De Paula. Max Clark Heroes. We had that one break. Remember the one break we had? There was like 11 of the 16 autographs were Mets autographs in the one break. That was a couple months ago, 2 months ago. For the D-backs, Jack Hurley. Oh, I don't know. It's always Mets. It's always been Mets for a lot of Mets this year. I don't know why. They feel they owe them something. Well, there you go. There's a Seattle right there, and a nice one at that. Celestine, 19 of 25 on the Cornerstones auto. From my man Doug. There you go, buddy. Although we had a bunch of Seattle last night too. So yeah, there's been a fair amount of Seattle in them too. That is a nice one. Congrats, my friend. Yeah, there's been a lot of nice stuff come out of Pro Debut. Or a lot of nice stuff. But yeah, heavy on the Mets for sure. Tommy Hawk. We haven't pulled a 101 in a while. We had an auto to 10 last night, but we haven't had a 101 in a little bit. We're due. Cheerio Heroes. Cabrera on the Chrome. Now that song is just stuck in my head that I remember. I can't. I'm like humming it. Just can't help myself. Drew Jones for the D-backs. Pro debut usually does not disappoint. Jake Bloss for the Woodpeckers, aka the Astros. Who's got Houston? Michael T. And that's numbered 189 of 299. Rainer Arias Chrome. How much is a show like that? What's tickets for that show, Chris? What does that cost at your casino? What do I got to lay down to see Skid Row in Minnesota casino these days? $50. That's not too bad. Jonah Cox. I could be down with that. I'd be down with $50 to go see Skid Row. That's okay. I just like to say that I saw them once in my life. I don't think I ever saw Skid Row play. I'm trying to think. I used to go to a ton of concerts when I was young. Like, I mean, it was all we lived for was to go to concerts. And I am like floored at the price of concerts now. And I understand why, because I get that artists don't really make much money of album sales anymore because of the internet. So they make it up in their tours and stuff. But like, I mean, when I was a teenager, we went to concerts almost every week. I mean, whether it was, all right, for the Dust Devils, Joe Redfield, that's the Angels. For Jose, Whether it was like something that was like a big stadium show down to like, there were a lot of clubs in Philly that had shows like the TLA and or City Gardens over in Trenton we used to go to and stuff like that. I mean, we went to shows like every week. Kendall George for the Dodgers, numbered 94 of 199. And then I never forget, we went to see Midnight Oil, and they were playing at the Spectrum. And I think Imagine Dragons opened for them or something like that. And this was like 90 or 91, maybe 90. And I remember the ticket for Midnight Oil was like $28. And we were like, what? Like that was like most of the concert, whenever we went to a concert back when I was a kid, it was like $12, $18 at the most. Bonilla. And then when we went to see Midnight Oil, it was like almost, I think it was $30, 28 or $30. And we were just like, I can't believe what a ripoff, blah, blah, blah. And it ended up, they had this like crazy holographic show. It was the first time I ever saw something like that at a concert where it was like, it's almost kind of hard to explain, but the show itself was really nuts. And obviously that's why it was more expensive to go to it. And now it's like, somebody comes in concert and I'm like, oh, maybe I'd be interested in seeing them. And then I go look up how much the tickets are. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not spending that much to go see them. Like, it's insane. I mean, forget the like Taylor Swifts of the world where you have to, mortgage your house to get tickets or whatever. But, even just like everyday popular people, it's like the cheapest tickets you can usually get are like $150, $200. And then like, not that that's a ton of money, but I don't know. I have to really want to see you badly to pay that kind of money. I can think other things to do with that money than go to a concert nowadays. Yeah. Yeah, we had a bunch of places in Philly. I mean, some of them are still around. Ariel Castro for the Twins. The TLA, there's another place that I can see it, and I've been to it a bunch of times, and I can't think of the name of the place. It's on 8th and Spring Garden in Philadelphia. It's been around forever. And you see a lot of shows there. And again, it was kind of a place where it was like standing room, maybe 500-600 people packed, Tower Theater was the best one. Tower Theater was, I still think, is one of the best venues to ever see a concert in. It was an old theater from like the early 1900s that held thousands of people. Like I think the tower holds like 4,000 or 5,000 people, and it was literally a movie theater, like one of those old movie palaces. And they turned it into a concert venue. And there's been all kinds of like videos shot there, and it's a very, very cool place. Um, I was there. Cade Morris. There was this huge riot at the Jane's Addiction show for when they're on the Nothing Shocking tour, and still to this day, the whole first three sections of seating is now folding chairs because the people at that concert ripped all the. It used to be like the seats, like in a movie theater, like bolted to the floor, and they ripped all the seats out of the floor during that riot. What happened was, Jane's Addiction was on stage playing, and they were playing 3 days, and then it was like the second or third song of the show. And like I said, this was on the Nothing Shocking tour, so it was like 88, maybe something like that. Lesko. And kids kept getting up on stage. Like, you know how you're not supposed to get on stage with the band? And like security kept coming out and grabbing them and taking them like off stage, I guess, to arrest them or kick them out or whatever. And Perry Farrell said, stop. Stop messing with these kids. Diane Jorge for the Rockies. For Jose. And he literally said, like, leave these kids alone. Because they were just jumping up there and then, like, stage diving and stuff like that. And the security kept coming out and taking them off. And he said, like, if you don't stop taking these kids, we're going to stop playing. And If anybody knows Jane's Addiction, 3 days is a real long song. It's like, I don't know, 8, 9 minutes long. And they finished 3 days and they didn't stop grabbing the kids. And he dropped the microphone and he walked off and they were gone. That was it. End of the show. House lights came up. Well, oh, forget about it. Place went nuts. Kevin Sims and they destroyed that place. I was like, let's just get out of here. Like I didn't want to. I wasn't in the mood to go to jail that night for something so stupid, but my God, they destroyed that theater. It was closed for like almost 2 years or a year and a half after that. Well, they just had to rebuild it. I mean, they did everything short of burning it to the ground. You were on MTV? Really? Nice. Like at the show, like an interview or something? Or how did that happen? Minachi. Yeah, but we used to go every week to shows. Now you could never afford to do anything with something like that. You had to be independently wealthy. Kirsten Waltrip for the Bravos. For Jose for the Braves. Oh, okay. Now I also another kind of cool story, music wise. I actually have a bunch of them. Never really told them. I think I might have told this one before. Kid I went to school with, older brother was the lead singer of Cinderella. And when Bon Jovi was on their Slippery When Wet tour, Cinderella opened for him, and we all went and had backstage passes and all that. I've actually run into Bon Jovi a bunch of times in my life, especially when I was a kid. Luke Keechel, X Factor, when they were doing 7,800 Degrees Fahrenheit, the album before Slippery When Wet, a girl who I was friends with in school, her father owned the music studio. It's a pretty big studio in Philadelphia. I forget the name of it, but and he actually did that album with them. And I met them that time. And then fast forward to like, I don't know, 4 years later or whatever, I knew the kid whose brother was the lead singer of Cinderella. We got to meet him again. I will, definitely. All right, we got a gold mini diamond of George Lombard Jr. for the Yanks. Very nice. 1 of 50 for Andy. Yeah. You know, it's funny when I got older and worked in the restaurants, you learn to deal with and leave famous people alone because they just want to be left alone, you know? I think I told you guys a story before. The steakhouse where I was a chef in Chicago, Jordan and Bo Jackson used to come in all the time. And everyone would just freak out. And this was like in 2002, 2001, around there. And I'd be like, do not bother these guys, you know? Quinn McDaniel and everybody, they wanted autographs. And I said, these guys are never going to come back if you bother them. If you leave them alone, they'll come back. That's what, you know. But inevitably, somebody had harassed them for something one night, and we saw them for a few months, and then no more. That was it. Drew Thorpe to 99 for the White Sox. For Jose. All right, Chris, have a good night at work, bud. Say hi to Sebastian for me. Send me that YouTube link. I want to see it. Peyton Pallette, the White Sox. Brock Vrenberg for the Miami. Sabin Ceballos. 48 of 99 for the Braves on the Chrome Auto for Jose. Drew Thorpe. All right, last few packs. Paul Skeens. Calvin Harris, Cannonball. There's a lot of White Sox here at the end. All right, last pack. Gabriel Gonzalez. And 4 of 50. Anthony Peguero for Miami. For Jose. All righty. That is going to do it. I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. As always, I couldn't do this without y'all, and I do truly, truly appreciate it. If you're not in any of our other breaks tonight, please stay safe, stay healthy out there. Go and check out chefsportscards.com. We're like I said, we're down to our last few spots on more than a few breaks over there. So go check that out if you like to. And if we don't see you this weekend, please have a wonderful, safe, and healthy holiday with your families. And just bear with me for a minute while we get all this together. We got Stadium Club coming up next, half compact case break. That's at 10:30. All righty. Lots of stuff. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 autos. Okay. All right. Hit recap for 2024 Topps Pro debut for Hobby Box break at number 19. X Fractors, 1 per box. Mosquera, McCabe, Hawk, and Keishel. Numbered parallels. Peguero to 50 and Lombard to 50. Adrian Santana to 150. Peguero to 75. Namala to 175. Ryan Clifford to 99. Timur Johnson to 150. Baez to 175. Sebastian Walcott to 99. Parker Messick to 25. And Kendall George to 199. Autographs. Base. Parker Messick for Cleveland. Robbie Snelling for the Padres. Saltaban for the Phillies. Redfield for the Angels. Jorge for the Rockies. And Waltrip for the Braves. Walcott for Texas. Bovey for the Brew Crew. And Coffee for the Red Sox. And numbered autos. Jake Bloss for Houston to 199. Blake Mitchell to 150 for Kansas City. Sabin Ceballos Chrome to 99 for the Braves. Drew Thorpe to 99 for the White Sox. Griff McGarry to 50 gold for the Phils. Another gold AJ Ewing to 50 for the Mets. And this delicious little number here. Celestine Orange to 25 on the future Cornerstones autograph. All right, folks. Again, thanks so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. We'll be back in about 5-10 minutes with Stadium Club. Have a great night. Take care. Bye.